this is Jacob Lamb with Guitar Tricks. Today we're going to be looking at 5 shuffle grooves ranging from easy to pretty difficult. Now always remember you can check the link in the description to grab your free Ultimate Beginner Guide ebook, including an essential chord chart, a dead simple practice routine, and a ton more. There are also links to other useful guitar learning tools down there, so go ahead and check them out. But right now, let's get started on these shuffle grooves. Now, right off the bat, we need to understand what a shuffle is to be able to play it well, and it's not difficult. Shuffles are built off of triplets, which, if you're not familiar with them, are right in between an 8th note and a 16th note. So we're fitting 3 notes evenly into one single beat. So instead of da 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 or da 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 da, we have da 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 da. And the easiest way to time this out in your head is to actually use the word triplet. Triplet, 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 triplet. Now, to turn this into kind of a shuffle groove, we're playing every single note here except the middle note. So we're playing triplet, 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 right? Kind of if we're working off of an E minor, we're playing triplet, triplet. But we're taking that groove and we're changing chords with it, so it would sound something like this. So for our first groove, we're actually going to just get comfortable with this rudimentary idea. I'm going to play all the way up here with my open 6th string, my 7th and my 6th fret here, and kind of play that and a sus version all on the 7th fret. Change the string. So what we're playing there is kind of an E7 kind of thing, an A, and then a B7 on that 7th and 8th fret. So that just gets us familiar with what a shuffle groove actually is. And there's one more variation that doesn't work off of a triplet. We'll call it our second groove here, getting comfortable with shuffles. This is a 16th note shuffle. So instead of working off of a triplet, we're working off of the first and last note of a 16th note. Now we can fit 4 16th notes into a single beat, and we can count those using 1 E and A. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now this one, we're really getting we're leaning into that idea of playing one note, and then another, and then one note, and another in one note. So they're closer together than with the triplets, and let's go ahead and listen to the difference between those. Here's our 16th note shuffle, really, really slow. We're counting 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E. Let's listen to that compared to those triplets. Triplet, triplet. And then 1 E and a, 1 E and a. The best way to describe that 16th note shuffle is it kind of sounds like a heartbeat. right? When we're doing it without hearing the counting, it's got that heartbeat sound to it. So our easiest grooves there, number 1 and 2, are getting us comfortable with both the triplet and the 16th note shuffles. Playing what is essentially the 12-bar blues with that shuffle sound is a great way to practice, but we can also break out of that triplet and 16th note box a bit and start getting into some fun grooves. This one's more of a bluesgrassy kind of feel here. Let's hear what it sounds like, and then we'll go over how to play it. This one here has a little bit of alternate picking, skipping over strings, but we've always got a root note, a high note, and then the middle note is the one that's moving up and down. So here we can start on a G note, and then I'm playing the 2 middle strings with it. I'm playing those 2 middle strings picking up. Now, that's essentially the entire thing. The only difference is that I'm moving my 4th string from the open to the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret and then walking back down. If you want to get fancy with it, you can also add a little hammer-on from that 2nd to 3rd fret. We're doing the exact same pattern, but starting on the 5th string now. And the difference is I need to hold down my 1st fret on the 2nd string. And then I'm still going from the open to the 2nd to the 3rd, 2nd, and open again. And then right on back. So that's a fun one to do that, again, breaks out of that strict triplet and 16th note box, but is a fun shuffle groove all the same. Let's learn another concept of shuffle grooves by looking at our 4th one. And here we're talking about looping the groove by coming in before our 1 beat, before that down beat. So what we're looking at here is not 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. No, we're coming in before the 1 on the upbeat and then holding it out a little bit longer, which gives it this cool, almost country shuffle idea. So something like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So when we're playing the actual riff, it would come through like this: 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So all that we're doing when we're playing this kind of cool riff is that we're taking these chords, these inversions, and we're taking out the 3rd string. We're never playing the 3rd string here. We're starting on the 5th and the 2nd fret on the 4th and 2nd string. It's good to play this with the 2nd and 3rd finger. That's going to get our fingers in the right position to slide it up to now the 4th and 3rd fret. Sliding up again to the same shape, different frets, so we're on the 5th fret. And coming back down to the same shape we just slid up from. So Okay, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, it doesn't hurt to kind of mute some of the upstrokes here to give it some more rhythm, right? We can mute kind of like that. Here's without those mutes. And with. Kind of gives it a little bit more life. Finally, our fifth groove here is actually my favorite one, and it centers around 100% nothing but mutes, which sounds strange. But we can take that original idea of the triplet shuffle and start by just playing it as mutes. Okay, cool. Now, the next thing we're going to do to kind of transform it here is we're going to give special attention to the 2 and the 4, right? Where we're playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we're going to give just a little bit of an accent, a little bit of a harder hit to the 2 and the 4. So that's our final concept of playing these shuffle grooves. We're giving special attention to the 2 and 4. You may have also noticed it on the previous riff, that fourth groove. We're kind of giving a little bit more attention to the 2 and the 4. So let's try muting again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, we can add in, this groove is kind of a cheat because we can do anything at this point. It's not a specific groove. We can add in chords or notes on any of those hits. So let's try one right here and see how it sounds. The only thing we're really concerned with is the rhythm, and whatever strokes we're not hitting a note or a chord on, we're going to keep it muted. So we're going to keep that consistent rhythm. 1 and 2 and 4. This is obviously more of a bluesy shuffle, but let's take a look at what's going on there. I'm starting on this 5th fret of the 6th string, and then kind of sliding back into the key. So far, downstroke, muting on that upstroke, and then hitting down, up. Okay? Next then, we're doing double notes here on the 2nd and 3rd string, both on the 7th fret and the 5th fret. But you'll especially notice that there are 2 mutes between. So I'm going note, mute, slide, up, mute, mute, double note, double note. Okay? Then I'm kind of just playing around in this minor pentatonic shape while I finish out the space that I have. Right, kind of walking back down. So one of the things I really want us to pay attention to and notice is that between these 5 different grooves, we can actually get a lot of distance out of the shuffle feels. We've got some that sound more bluesgrassy, country, blues by itself, but there's a lot of variation we can do with just shuffle grooves. So Go out, have fun, comment below what your favorite one is, and if you've got any questions. And remember, there is that free guide and a ton more lessons in the description. I'll see you in the next class.